When working with fine pitch components, especially those that have only 0.4, 0.5 between pads, it can be really difficult to route them because the tracks, they actually don't fit in there when using 10mm tracks, which I use pretty often, but they don't fit in there. So how can I go around that? Let me show what the problem is. If I start a track here, and this track is 10mm, and I try to route that path, so nothing will happen. It won't go any farther because it doesn't fit. So I need some way to tell the software that I want to use thinner tracks when getting to this component, and there is a way to do that. I'm going to go to Design, Rooms, and I'm going to place a rectangular room around this component. Not too far, because I wanted the thin tracks not to go far away from the IC, so around that. So sort of like this, and I'm going to give that room some name that I can remember. It could be U1 fine tracks. That should be okay. And that's it. And I'm going to create a rule for that particular room. I'm going to go to width, and I'm going to create a new rule, and I'm going to call it U1 fine, and I'm going to edit. So I'm going to create a custom query, and that is going to be on layer, top layer, right, and within room, and there it is, my room, and I'm gonna close this, and I'm going to define that I want on top layer, not all layers, but just on top layer. I want 7mm tracks, 7mm tracks, and 7mm tracks, and nothing else. And I'm going to apply, and that's that. So I have created the room specifically for top layer, specifically for that particular room. So let's try the same thing one more time. So here we go with 10mm, and as soon as I enter the room, that's it, bingo. So it doesn't go any farther, even if it is thinner, because the problem is that the track to path clearance is not set properly. So let's I have previously defined a component class for this one, and the track to SMD path is set up to 10. So let's put it here 7mm for this particular, and try one more time. And now it gets properly connected. So that is exactly what I wanted to accomplish. There you go. Shorter one, and this is a big one. So here doesn't want to connect because it's getting too close to that one. So I have to do something about it, and that is track to track distance. So let's try to go back within the same. Now we are going to create a clearance for that particular room. Okay, so new rule, and this could be U1 fine clearance. All right, and pretty much is the same. We will define that is on layer, top layer, within room. You can select that one and we'll close it. And then we want track to track to have a distance of 7 mil. Okay, as a clearance. And then press apply and press OK. Let's try to delete this and try to do the same thing one more time. No? Oh, perhaps I will have to try one more time, and this time trying to get it not from that one to this one but the other way around. Sometimes that helps. So I'm going to go in this direction and that's it. Bingo. But the idea here is that all the tracks that I'm going to be routing into that one, they are going to get the proper width as soon as I enter or as I exit. So that can be a little bit better way to do this. To delete that one and go one more time. Alright, there you go, and there you go, and there you go. So that's pretty much about it. This is how I would go around the problem with the thin tracks and without actually making them thin all the way out, but just within this room.